I'm going to create an event model, slice by slice, and then I'm going to deploy that to production without writing a single line of code. Then I'm going to go back to that model, modify it, and then I'm going to deploy that to production. You can see that we have a state change by default, where I can start with a user interface at the top here, and then I can create a command over here in IO, and I can create an event. It tells me where I can and can't put stuff. And then I would add a state view, which might look like this. Here you can see the shopping cart model. This add item command, if I open that up, you can see that I've specified the data in here. And I can flip over here to the schema. The schema is automatically computed from my data that I entered, but I can also give it hints for the code generation. When I say something like and, it'll actually pull up all the events that exist in this model. In Auto, your models are multimodal, which means I can click on this add item command over here, and I can see the test data, and I can also see the schema that is behind it. I can attach a design from Figma, upload it, and then I can attach them to specific constructs. What we're really doing here is having the ability to create a single source of truth around your model. Now let's enter dev mode. From my model, I can click a button to generate the code. It starts by converting the graph of nodes and edges. If I open this up and I'll show you the sliced architecture of event modeling, here is the command that we're looking at over here for add item, and here it is represented as files that I can commit to Git. We also generate the code. And if I open up the aggregate, and here you can see that we've got instructions for the AI to fill in the gaps. The magic of this is that now the AI does not hallucinate. It's highly controlled by tests. Combining these two things along with the code gen that we have elsewhere means that you get working code every time. We can see the application was built successfully, it's been deployed, and now I'm going to go to this endpoint. I'm going to query for the cart, and we can see it's carrying out the logic exactly as we designed in the event model. Now let me go change the model and reiterate. We'll re-scaffold this. And this is the most important feature because this shows that we can iterate over time. And now we can see all the tests are passing. Let's deploy it. So there you can see, all we had to do was change the specifications. And by doing that, it updated the code in situ. We deployed that same code and the new rules were implemented. That really is the most important feature, the ability to iterate over time. So as you can see, Auto is not just about clicking tab, 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 tab like you might in a Copilot, nor is it about prompting your way through complexity. As a model automation platform, it's all about expressing your architecture as code and then using that to drive development. This is what's finally going to unlock AI's promise for enterprise-grade applications. So put your models on Auto and let's cut your development from weeks to hours.